Good morning. It is 7:30 again on Monday, and I welcome everyone that is going to watch this now and in the future. Thank you so much. I want to talk about risky business. Faith never grows in the realm of certainty. Faith always involves taking a risk. And one of the things that people regret at the end of their days, when they've lived their life and they know life's coming to an end, one of the things that people continually regret is the risks they didn't take. It's not even the risks that cost them. It's not the risk that cost them money or anything else that they regret. It's the risks that they didn't take. The woman they didn't ask out on a date, the job they didn't take, the new place that they didn't ask for, the just on and on it goes. What we find is that we really like comfort, but you can't grow in comfort. Nobody grows and matures in the realm of certainty and laziness and having everything the same way every day. Every day involves taking a risk if you want to grow. Faith is always a risk. And the truth of the matter is, even if you fail, it didn't actually fail because you grew. Every millionaire I know, every multimillionaire I know, and I know several, were broke at one time, and many of them a couple times in their life. But they were willing to take the risk, and because they knew what they didn't do right, they fixed that the next time around, and then their business grew, and it made them $1 million, and then they started a new venture, and many times that failed because they didn't have the education they needed, but they learned and they grew, and then that business succeeded and made them money. Never forget, beloved, that failure is the tuition fee for the college of success. Let me say that again. Failure is the tuition fee for the college called success. Failure is not failing. It's just a mistake that you can grow from, learn from, and get better from. The only way you're a failure is if you continue to make the same mistake the same way, time in and time again, time in, time out. When you make that would be considered failing. But all of us fail at things. You didn't ride a bike the first time and not fall. You fell. It would have been considered a failure. Yet you got up and you tried again. You didn't throw a ball the first time the right way. On I could go with the different things that we learned and we grew, and now we're semi-experts at it. There was a time you didn't know the first thing about it. And most everything you do right now that you do well, you failed at in the beginning. But you took the risk. You were willing to try. And if you're honest with yourself, that anxiousness that you felt, that adrenaline rush, when you finished the task, whatever it was that you took the risk in, something on the inside of you laughed and found joy and strength. And it made you feel like, wow, that was awesome. That's because when you walk in faith, when you trust God, when you step out, even if it doesn't go the way you thought it was supposed to go, you grow inside. You become tougher. You become wiser. You become a little more aware of your surroundings and what doesn't work. So my challenge today is find something that you need to take a risk in and take the risk. For some of you, it's going to be as simple as try something new at lunch. Don't eat the same old, same old. You may hate it, but you'll know you hate it, and then won't be guessing anymore. So eat something different. Eat somewhere you haven't ate before. Eat with someone you haven't eaten lunch with before. For some of you, risky business really is about starting a business. It's a risk that many people take, but the ones that take it are the ones that grow. And I know lots of people who started businesses that didn't work, they failed, but those people were smarter because of it. Those people were braver because of it and were willing to take greater risks. Don't be one of those individuals that at the end of your days looks back and regrets that you didn't ask, regrets that you didn't take that leap of faith, regrets that you didn't try that new thing, regrets that you didn't read that book that may have changed your whole dynamic and idea of looking at life. Take the risk. Make the leap. I promise you that you will grow from it and you will have that feeling of, I did it and I didn't die. Now, all risks still should be taken with good counsel and at least studying what it is you're going to do. You know, if you've never cooked, I wouldn't suggest you open up a restaurant till you at least learn how to do some recipes that work. Test them out on people. Get good at making 2 or 3 things really well. If you can make some pies really, really well and you really enjoy it, then learn how to be a business individual so that you can do your own books and not get taken to the cleaners by somebody who's skimming off the top or whatever. You know what's going on in your business. But take the risk. Jump out there. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt that you and I are not getting any younger. And so we don't want to be one of those individuals that dies with regrets of, I wished I would have asked her out. I wished I would have told him I loved him. I wished I would have started that business. I wished I would have wrote that book. For those of you that have it in you to write a book, do so. What are you waiting on? It's not going to get any easier. Start a folder today with information and ideas that if you were going to write the book, you would put in the book. And I promise you, as you do that, those ideas, because you're so into it, will grow more ideas, and the folder will get larger and larger until you actually have something that you can put together with chapters and all the information that you want people to walk away with. And I've been very, very honest. My first book was so far out there for me. For God to ask me to write a book, He might as well have asked me to walk on the moon without a spacesuit. It was so far beyond my sphere of expertise. But now I've written 7 books and I'm writing 2 more right now. And there's a part of me knows I will write and continue to write books until I'm gone, until I just can't write anymore. But it started with the first one. And, you know, I thought you have to really be smart to write a book. I have since found out you don't have to be smart. You just have to be willing to take the risk. And those books have helped people. If one person's life was changed for the better, then it was worth me writing the book. It takes me about 2 years every book to finish a book. But to know people were changed and people were helped and people's destinies were put in a better path because of something they read that I wrote, it is worth just one person's life being changed. And I'll tell you this, even if no other person but me got changed, it was worth me writing the book because it changed me. It made me willing to step out and do more and think bigger. So I encourage you, this week, look for those things that are set in front of you that you normally wouldn't do. You wouldn't take the risk for a fear of failing, and take the risk. If you fall flat on your face, you will still have made a step forward. I remember a little show, I think it was called Pollyanna is the one with the little African-American girl, and she's talking about this little boy that kept wanting to walk on his own, but he couldn't walk on his own. He kept falling. And she was trying to tell this lady, you need to let go of the city and let the city make it on its own. You don't have to hold it up all the time. She was telling her about this little boy. Little Jimmy wanted to get on his own. And she said, so finally she just let Jimmy go. And the lady asked her what happened. She said, he fell flat on his face, but he got up with the biggest grin. I love that story because he fell, but he also took his first step without help. Take that first step and watch the grin that comes to your life for having taken the risk. Love you all so much. please share this with someone that you think this will help, or just share it with your friends, period. We're growing again, and I'm grateful. Together, you and I will continue to change thousands of lives. I love you so much. Look forward to seeing you next week.